Hello students, this video is specially for all the parents out there, and I think so much is happening and the parents should be aware of what's going on because a lot of students hard work is not paid off on the result day.
Exactly, and students, you have done your part. You have studied hard, you have worked hard, you wrote the examination, but due to some uncertainties and certain miscalculations, a lot of things have happened. And the only person who can take action against us is your parents right now, because they have higher authority. And what you parents need to do, we'll be telling you in today's video, because this requires justice. This, students, all the hard work needs to be justified. Exactly. Right? So in this video, we'll be talking about how you can file a petition against NTA, a final petition against NTA. And imagine lakhs and lakhs of students filling the petition today itself, the amount of impact it would create. So are you ready to create the impact right now? Because we want all the students to make sure that your hard work does not go in vain. So students, we'll be talking about what actually happened before the exam, what happened during the exam, and what is the impact of after the exam. Now, before the examination.
Yes, so on the exam day, not actually even before, but on the exam day, the paper leak happened, and following that, we got to know the previous day, that is on May 4th, many students got the question paper and they were allowed to practice and learn it like robots, okay, exactly. And then go back to the examination hall. Many people tried to sell the paper for different amounts, and lot of groups were made, lot of Telegram channels were made, and all this came from that paper leak video. The video went so viral on the social media that NTA within few minutes came up with a justification telling that no paper leak has happened. It's just that some Hindi medium students got English paper and they walked out of the examination hall, which again could not be justified, because how can a student walk out of an examination hall when the rules and regulations are so strict?
Exactly.
This is what happened on May 4th and May 5th, and many students were very disheartened, but we did not get a lot of clarification. We raised our voice, we tried to file complaints, but again, everything went into way.
And students, during the exam, if you are aware what happened, that many students could not get enough of time. That is, some of the examination started very late because of the question paper change. During the examination, we got many questions from many students who told us that during examination, many invigilators did not even collect the admit card. Exactly. Right? They did not collect the admit card, and also the question paper they could not collect it also on time. So during the examination also there were so many mishaps. But what happened after the exam? That is really shocking now.
Exactly.
So we somehow justified before exam, during exam, but after exam is the reality. Because there are three major events which is happening after the exam right now. That is, the first thing is happening is
many students' scorecard is not generated. I know it might come out as a shock if you have the application number and if your date of birth is correct. How can the scorecard not be generated? This is the question that comes to all of our mind. But students, this is the actual fact. Many students' scorecard is not generated. We got a lot of comments, we got a lot of messages on Telegram, and we also were shocked what just happened.
Not only the scorecard, ma'am, even the marks is changing. Exactly. The marks you obtain from the answer key, which happened to be released just one day before the result. Just one day before the result, answer key, and the second day itself result is here.
Exactly.
So there is a very high chance that mishap has happened. The second thing here is going to be the NTA gave grace marks. How has it ever happened, ma'am? NTA giving grace marks?
So, and we had to normalize it.
Exactly.
So here, I have just highlighted few words you can see. So, the justification is the students who lost time because the paper was taken from different banks or English medium paper was given to Hindi medium, vice versa has happened. They have told to normalize giving grace marks, and that is the reason two students got 718 and 719. Neither a student gets 715 or 716. How is 718 and 719 possible? When that videos kept happening, they gave an answer that we have given grace marks for the loss of time. Then what about the students who lost the time in South India? Lot of students from South India, from Northeast also lost time.
Ma'am, even Tamil Nadu, one of the students told me that, sir, my examination 20 minutes, I did not get my paper.
Exactly.
20 minutes I lost in the checking of the information. 29 minutes I lost in the admit card collection. What about those students? Like,
how is that?
How is that fair? How is it fair for those students that only because someone was able to voice it out, they're getting the grace marks?
Just because they were having the ability to file a case, right? Everyone cannot do it. Just because some of the students kept quiet and many things happened even in the Tamil Nadu, even in lot of Meghalaya, so many places that happened. What about them? Why not grace marks for them? They are also students.
And the third one is going to be the application number basis of results publication. That is simply by saying that if ma'am is filling the application first and I am filling it later on, and we both of us are getting 720 marks, or we imagine we are getting, both of us are getting around 600, 650 marks. The rank difference is going to be in thousands. How is it even possible?
Exactly.
Just because someone filled first and someone filled later on, how can you justify that, ranks difference? Imagine we can't even get into the same college anymore because I filled application later on. Imagine if this was based on some other criteria, date of birth or something. That would have been much more, logical. Logical, right, ma'am?
Yeah, and I don't understand when the whole criteria is about your physics and chemistry and biology marks. I don't understand where did application number become a criteria. And sir, please show the results.
And you might have been aware right now that the students from these centers, especially from Haryana as well as Rajasthan here, they happen to share the same last roll number, the almost roll number. What is the... I don't understand this. Like, I know students might have worked hard, really hard, but how can the same center be getting 720 or 720? All of them are in AIR1. And I don't know why, I just noticed it right now, I don't see any of the students having last name here. I just noticed it. None of them students have last name here, nothing. Why is it so peculiar and some students are getting very high? Now, there are so many things behind it. We need answers to these questions. But how do we get the answers? That is going to be the main thing about this video. How do we obtain this answer? How do we make sure that NTA is held responsible for this? The only way this can be possible is by filing an RTI. Now students, some of you might not be aware of what is going to be an RTI. But before we go to the RTI, we want parents to see this. We want parents to notice this. That is, ma'am, this year cutoff. This year cutoff.
Yes, so this video, as we told, increase the voice. Students, our voice is audible? Yes, so that full increase. Yeah. No, down.
Yeah.
There, yeah, full. Yeah. Okay, so students, as we told you, this is the video for the parents. We really meant it. Because I'll tell you an example. Just look at here. 720 marks. We have around 1 to 67 rank. All of you saw that? Then 705. We have around 542 rank. How many seats do AIMS Delhi have? A student in 2018 with 680 marks is right now in AIMS, living his dream. Why can't students who scored 705 in 2024 be in AIMS? Injustice. Okay, 690, 4,000, 685, 5,700. And we kept telling over and over again that 680, get above 650 is the safe score.
Right.
But we never expected this.
Exactly, we never expected this, that the safe score can go above even 640 at this point. This is gonna be so difficult for so many students who are preparing so religiously. But for context, if you look at the last year, 710 was 50 rank in NEET 2023. But right now, even 720 does not justify you getting to AIMS Delhi. So right now, I want every student to do one thing. There is something called as RTI, that is right to information.
But sir, before that, students, do you really want to pay lakhs of money in a private medical college? This is also for all the parents out there. I really want you all to answer in the comments if you want to pay lakhs of money to become a doctor in this country. If not, if you don't want to pay lakhs, then sir, what's the solution?
You just need to spend 10 rupees by filling this form. Just 10 rupees. Everyone go right now and fill this form right now. That is going to be your RTI online platform. Let me show you, students.
Students, carefully look at each step. You can file a complaint. And this is your right. This is your right. Use your right wisely because you have paid money for it and you need to know what to be done, what not to be done. So, sir, yes.
So if you go to RTI online right now and click here, this is right to information page will open. Go to this right to information page and can you see this submit request right here? Click on submit request and entire page will open. You have to press just submit and request form. Now here in this request form there is something called as search public authority. On this public authority, you need to go and write National Testing Agency, that is NTA. Click on it. Just say OK. Now, do you see here Department of Higher Education, National Testing Agency? Just go down. You will find a page that says text for RTI request application. This is a spot where every single student of you need to justify what is going wrong. Everyone needs to mention that what is happening, and even when there is lacks of RTI applications out, government will take an action. Now later on, I don't want any student to cry that, sir, what could have been done?
Exactly.
I can't do anything. It is out of our hands. It is not. It is never out of your hands. So you have a chance right now. We are fighting for it, and we want your support at this point. So the only way government or anyone will recognize this is when lakhs and lakhs of people do this RTI. And students, I want you to do it, and I want this video to be shown to your parents because they can fill it properly for you.
Exactly.
So this is right to information. Do it here. Now the second thing is we can also do on our own. That is, there's something called as
PIL. Yes. Public interest litigation. That is where a lot of people have the same issue and they raise a complaint, right? And so this PIL had happened during the NEET also. Immediately after the NEET, I think all of you know that PIL was raised. All of you know that news, where Supreme Court clearly told that none of it will be affecting the result. But my question is, why did the result come immediately? Like, the results came, the answer key came on around 12:40. And the next day itself, on the day of election, why did the result come out? What was the urgency of putting this result so? Because we have done an analysis and it's always a week after the main answer key.
Exactly. If you look at every single year, it takes at least 1 week for the result to come after answer key. But why this year it is so changed?
Okay, we do not have a call for it. It is their wish that they release the results. But why is it like this year? I understand the paper was easy to moderate, but can it go up to this peak level that a student who got 710 last year was in 50 ranks, and a student who was this year is in 570. Sir, I saw one student scorecard, and the student has got 710 and the rank is 570.
570.
So AIMS Delhi is not even an
option.
Not even
and
an
I
option.
saw same scorecard, ma'am. You said 710.
Yes.
I saw some students showing 711. They are in 300s. 1 mark.
Very sad.
1 mark, 200, 300 ranks going up.
Exactly.
And students, this is called as public interest litigation. It has to be done publicly from one individual. So if we have your support right now, we will file it. We will file it. So it requires mass application people to submit it. So let me know in the comment section today's video if you are willing to do it, if you're going to support us in this. If yes, then only we'll be filing a public PIL. So students, we need your support. We are doing it for you. And to make sure this does not repeat year after year, because I know how much of hard work goes into it. I do not want any of our students to be demotivated that what is the use of writing NEET
and
anymore.
also the students who plan to take a drop and who already started preparing with DNA batch or any other batch for that matter is fearing to write the exam next year. Why should you have a fear to write a competitive exam? I don't think it's worth. Right, so I want all of you to like the video and share the video with as many people as possible so we can file a PIL. Students, without a mass, it will not work.
So remember, there is a power to a common man, right?
But that comes in mass.
That comes in mass. If 10 people, 20 people watch this video, share this video, doesn't make a difference. I want this video to go so viral that NTA sees this video and they tell, okay, God, something is going to actually happen. And if that needs to happen, we need your support right now. We need parent support. Parents should do this. The students and parents who are listening to this video right now, if you want justice for whatever hard work you have done, please file the RTI today. And also, let us know in the comment section if you are up for supporting us if we fill a PIL.
Yeah.
Right?
And students, I know that this is a very, very scary moment for you. The result day was supposed to be celebrated. It has to be a day where celebration comes. But if you still think that, no ma'am, I am still going to continue my aim, I do not care about what just happened, then I am telling you, please make sure that you join our DNA batch. I'm telling you why? Because we can guide you, we can help you. We are a mass. Right? We are a
Exactly.
group of people. Next year at this time, if such kind of problem come, we have a batch. As a batch, we will go forward. Right?
Exactly.
Now it is, we are generally asking your help. But the next time we will not do that, because our students who paid even 1 rupee to us, we will take them forward whatever it takes.
And students, you can see right here, Shreyas is also fighting it on the Twitter.
Yes.
He has already retweeted it. Many retweets have been happening. So go on, if your parents are on Twitter, ask them to retweet this so that the word gets more and more, and many authorities come forward and take action against it. Students,
That will only happen by you sharing this video and liking this video and pushing this forward, students, because as I tell you, mass attracts mass. Until you show that this video has something, because many people are making the video, I'm not telling, many people are talking about what just happened. But what is the next step? We need to move on from the problem. Just talking about the problem is not the end of the solution. We need to move on. And for moving on, we need to file a case, because at least inside your consciousness, you'll feel happy that, okay, I made one step to change something.
so we need that first step from you now. So
Yes.
let's do it and let's get some justice out of it. It doesn't, right? Just let's get justice out of it, and make sure the efforts, the dreams does not get shattered right here because of some mishappenings, right?
At least students who are writing it in 2025 who does not know what just happened this year, at least file a case to ask them to increase the seat.
And students, I do not want the students who just wrote the exam. Even if you're watching it, you're in class 10th, you're in class 11th, or in class 12th, and you're going to write NEET 2025, you also file today. Why? Because imagine if you don't raise your voice right now, what if it happens to you next year, or day after year, next year? So if you do not want this thing to happen to you in the next year or coming years, please file it today.
Exactly.
Do it today.
Students, use your 10 rupees for something really worth instead of wasting your 10 lakhs and 20 lakhs next year for a private medical college. This is our humble request. We're folding our hands and requesting you, make your decision right now.
Yes,
because
sir.
as teachers, this is only what we can do for you. So
Exactly.
yes, that's it from our end.
Right?
Yes. Thank you so much, students. So I